Pioneering surf parks took 10 years to go from pipe dream to paying customers. 10 years! How can digging a hole, filling it with water, agitating that water, and asking people for money be so incredibly complicated? Today's wave pool projects get done on a much shorter timeline, thanks to lessons learned from those early adopters in the space. In Wave Pool Mag sessions, we hear from the brightest minds in the business. Everything's on the table topic-wise, from choosing a tech provider to maximizing food and beverage revenue, and more. So join us for Wave Pool Mag sessions. Asa, all right, you're in. Okay, everybody, welcome. And on this exciting episode, we have just learned about a new surf park in Florida, which is fantastic because every other week here at Wave Pool Mag, we get a request saying, hey, what's happening with the wave park in Florida? And there have been so many projects that have come up and dissipated and come up. But today I'm really excited because we're speaking to three gentlemen who actually have construction gear on site and are moving dirt around. Jack, Asa, Luiz, welcome to Wave Pool Mag.
Thank you, sir. Good to be here.
Thank you for having us.
All right. So I'd like to start a little bit about the project. What is it? You've kept it under the radar really, really well. So tell us about the project.
Yeah. So this is our baby back here. We all are very passionate about this project. This is more of a passion project than anything. We all are friends that share the passion of surfing. And we wanted to bring this to Florida. Florida is an amazing place, beautiful weather, and we lack waves over here, and this is what it needs for Florida. And we just brothers that love surfing, and we're very thankful for each other, very thankful for God, for all that He's done in our lives, and we are able to do this amazing project and, be able to give back to the surf community, not just to the surf community, for the children. So this is more like a passion project than anything else.
Okay. And Luis, I met you a couple times at various surf parks, first in Waco and then in Munich. Did you spend a lot of time traveling around to examining other parks?
Absolutely. I have surfed pretty much every single one of the wave parks that exist, from Australia to everywhere around the world. Passed them out to see what wave we wanted to bring here, to see the difference between the waves, the quality, and we fell in love with Endless. It's absolutely an amazing wave. And my son loves surfing. The kid's been surfing for 3 years. And you see him surfing.
Yeah, I've surfed with him.
Yeah. It's this thing. Again, I told you, it's a passion project. Three brothers right here with families that love the sport, and we just want to share the stoke,
Okay, cool. That's amazing. So can you break down for us who does what within the project between Jack and Asa and yourself? Do you have different responsibilities, or you team manage everything?
Well, we absolutely 100% team brothers here, and we hold each other up when we need more than anything. Yes, my background is development and putting these things together, construction. That's my background. My both amazing brothers also has development background and financial background. So I'll let everyone speak for themselves. But yeah, more than anything, we are a tripod. We are a group over here that hold each other. And go ahead, brothers.
Okay, Asa, let's hear from you.
All right. Yeah. So I I don't know how deep I want to go into this thing right now, but just basically, I'd echo what Luis said. We're brothers, we're doing this for two reasons. One is we love surfing. Two is we love the Lord. And we just want to represent him well with what we're doing. This park is going to be maybe a bit different than anything everybody's ever seen or done. And we've actually put some things into our agreement amongst us that, we want to use Sundays as a day of church, if you will. And we want to bring people to the park. We want to show kids how much fun surfing is, how healthy it is, and just minister to them. I think about my life growing up in Hawaii, and surfing saved my life. I grew up with an alcoholic mother and a dad who wasn't always around, an only child, and because of surfing, it really kept me grounded, and it kept me away from the drug scene and certain things in my life, that a path that I could have gone down. And so, that's what we want to do. So I'd say my function is number one is that, like, that's really why I've partnered up with these guys. I never wanted to do a wave pool because I got asked by many people to invest because of my background, and I just kept saying no. But I just prayed about this a lot, and through Jack and Luis, of knowing them for a number of years from surfing down at Waco, I just felt like God was just leaning me in to do this, and he kept just pushing me and opening door after door. And so that's why we're together, and I'm all in. I believe in these guys. I believe in what we're doing. I believe we're going to change the world with this pool. I really do. That's the only reason why I'm in it. My background is, I'm a real estate guy. Been doing it full time for 30 years. We own thousands and thousands of apartment units. We own all kinds of other real estate. I deal with lots of finance. So this is something that I think I've been able to help these guys with, and just with some expertise and just believing in them, right? I mean, a lot of people have ideas and we're creative and we want to make things happen, but you got to have somebody to believe in you with the financial capability and the wherewithal to put all this together. So I'd say that's my function.
Right on, right on. And Jack, what are you bringing to the project as your leg in the tripod?
Yeah, well, my professional background is real estate. We own a real estate company in North Carolina on Outer Banks. And then construction, I've been around that my whole life, and the smaller developments type stuff. So that's what I do professionally. My background that brought me to wave pools is I grew up surfing, and I love it a whole lot. And I saw a wave pool when I was younger and in high school, and then there was just a pipe dream for everyone. And it got more and more. I started hearing more and more in my life. I'm 57 now, so I've been dreaming a long time. And and unlike Asa, where he met us and kind of was the right fit and we started going, I've worked on these for like 8 or 9 years now, and I've been involved with some companies that weren't successful. Probably one of those or two of those that you mentioned that, they put everything out there too early, and you couldn't get everything to happen. We didn't have the right people in place, but I kept praying, and God, please align me with the right people. And crazy how I met Luis surfing, and crazy how we met Asa, and we just are all right place, right time in life. And I really believe that God put us together on this mission and for this mission. And like Asa said, this is about surfing and our love for surfing, but first and foremost, we want to serve God and what we do. And we're going to, not just with this pool, but we intend to change the world. We're driving kids and everyone towards this, being attracted by the surfing, but get them in front of ministry so they can hear the word of God. And I'm super excited about it.
And then, in this project, y'all came together and decided, okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to build this, and we're going to do this. How did you get the location? How did you fund it? How did the nuts and bolts technical aspect of it? Sorry to go from the high up view where y'all go down to, I want to find out how are you going to build the damn thing? What's going on?
Right. The important part, right?
Yeah.
It was a lot of work. I've been doing since we decided, hey, let's go build a wave pool. I've been looking many different lots, many different locations. I went through 7 different lots in Florida, done all the studies, going through all the feasibilities. And then we came across the 2 potentials that could support this development. and we made a decision. We picked the one we liked. The secret is for us to know and for everybody to learn themselves. And the secret is a lot of work and having the right people behind you. Without Asa and Jack, we wouldn't be able to do this. Without me, it's like I said from the beginning, is a tripod. We all have the same vision. I have my expertise. He has finance, and we all have what it takes to make this thing happen. And that's why we have the full support by the city. As you see, I'm sending you the videos. We already broke ground. Development is in full force. We are in full force with Endless. We all love Endless. We all love the technology. They just cutting edge. You were in Germany with us. The technology is just next level. There's nothing out there that compares to, not just for the wave, but the operations, the technology that they provide. We are 100% in with them. And the goal is, by the end of the year, if not beginning, start testing wave and open this baby to the public next year.
Okay. Okay. Great. And doing that in your journey to find the right technology and visiting surf parks, like we talked about,
Yeah.
how did you? What were you looking for in a wave technology?
Wave quality, the wave quality is one, reliable, being reliable, being there for you if something goes wrong, tech knowledge, support of a company. Endless is a billion-dollar company. They support you from the beginning to the end. And to us, I speak for myself. The wave quality it's just amazing. It's amazing. The looks of the venue, incredible. You saw it. It's incredible how, and it fits perfect on our venue here.
Okay. Okay, great. So and then Asa doing I'll move over to you in securing the land and purchasing it financing the whole project. You mentioned the ministry, but before that, some of the other wave pools that you had the opportunity to be involved with, you didn't jump in, and why with this one and not the others?
Just, I didn't want to make my number one hobby, which is surfing, the thing that I love and brings me so much joy, into a job, because I got enough jobs, I got enough companies, I got enough going on in my life. But it was just the opportunity with these guys. I kept meeting with Jack, and Jack he just was the right guy. I've always loved Jack. So I'm a relationship builder. I'm like a good coach. I'm like the coach you can put into a team with the same players, and I'm going to go win the Super Bowl with them. We take failing businesses and we turn them around fairly quickly. We have a great team and people. And so that's really what did it for me. And I just saw that, these guys had everything laid out. I mean, there's been so much work put into this to get this to the finish line. I honestly have done very little. I'll be honest. These guys are amazing. I mean, they have 90% of it done, and I just came in on the last 10%, and I'm just helping them out. And sometimes, you just need a little bit of a nudge, and you need somebody to come behind you and lift you and support you. And I feel like that's my strength with my team of people that I lead now, is that I'm always that guy. I'm like, man, it's okay. We didn't win that game, but we learned a lot. We're going to go win the next game.
Okay. And then, Jack, if you can go into the work that you've done in helping this come to light, and what is it that we know what attracted you to the project, your team, but in getting it done, what's happening right now?
Yeah, well, like in any business, the real way to learn anything in life is the failure, and that's what I brought along with me. I've been involved, like I said, in quite a few of these projects all over the United States, and I saw a lot of failure, and I saw a lot of bad teams put together. Like Asa says, he builds teams. We recognize fast which ones will work and which ones won't. Some of them I was involved with a few months, some of them years, some of them a few years. But each one have failed for a different reason. And then when you start stacking all those failures together, at some point you learn the right tool, you have the right tools and you have the right pieces. And you build a strong structure, strong foundation that the business is built on. And we all three just came along at the right time with the right skills to stick them together. It can't be done by one person. It's like all of us are in building or some type of large business, and you just can't run those kind of businesses by yourself. You have to have good teams. So I'd like to circle back to something you said when we started is there's been a lot of failures, and there's people that put it out there and didn't come to fruition. And we recognize that as a team early on. We say, hey, we're not going to be that company. This is why they failed. The predominant amount of the ones that fail in the United States are failed in the first 20% of the project. If we put it on a timeline or in a Gantt chart, hey, what do we do to find success here? Okay, we've crossed that. What do we do to find success in the next 25 to 35%? Okay, we're through that one. And it's constant work, man. It's just like any big business. You have to have smart people working at it and not working 8 hours a day. It takes a lot of work to get them done. And that's where we're at today.
Okay. And if you can go into the specifics of your project, we'd love to hear that, where it's at, how it's different. And it looks from looking at Luis's background, it looks pretty small. It's mostly wave pool there. Like, tell us about the location. Let's focus on
so
where is this wave pool?
we are in Central Florida. We're in this amazing town called Fellsmere, right west of Vero Beach. This is 10.4 acres, all the entire park. This is gonna be a hotel. I'll send you all the 3Ds, but we'll have a 12-room hotels over here, and we'll have cabanas. It's gonna be more a wave surfing model versus resorts type of style. So this is all about surfing, is all about all the locals here, all about the children, teaching kids how to surf. Like we said, show the love, show the ministry, and show how what surf did for my life, what surf did for my son's life. At 13 years old, my son he's gonna hate me that I'm doing this, but he was a fat, chubby little kid. My fault, because all I was doing is chasing money, chasing work, the biggest business. And the kid went to the doctor. He said he had fatty liver. I lost it. What am I doing to my kids? His money, everything. So moved up here, got him to surf. The kid fell in love with surfing 3 years ago. You saw the kid surfing. Now it's like, what? The kids love surfing. So we just, again, all of this just bubbled up, having brothers, having development. So we brought this together. And we literally right next to a friend of mine that owned this motocross. So we will be surfing and motocross at the same time. Come on. Look at this. It's like, so
That's great. So
yeah, it's just more than just surfing here. We got a shooting range down the road, hunting. It's coming. It's a whole package here. But the stoke is real. Let me get out of the way. Look at that.
Okay. Right on. So in finding this location, did you do any research? Jack, you had mentioned like other projects. Did you?
Tons of them, because the failure, again, if I tell you, I have to kill you.
No, but what I'd love to hear about is, this is obviously very much a passion project for all of you involved. But there's some point where passion only goes so far, and you need the nuts and bolts to make a viable business that will succeed. So share with us what you discovered in that process.
Yeah, it was a lot of studying, dealing with DPs, building these things is not an easy thing. It's a lot of environmental work that has to be done, what water tables, and, a lot of it, again, so much I can share, but that was the development part on my side. So we took our time. We were in no rush to tell anybody what we were doing. really took our time and study all the lots, seeing which one was feasible, which one works, the reason why this one work and this one don't, the reason why this one would be good, but why. So it's a lot of things that us three put our brains together and make it happen. And then we chose the one. And like I said, after there, we had Asa that is really the gasoline for the project, injecting the finance to it. Without the gasoline is so much the car can drive. And then Jack with his experience also putting the surf parks together and the plans together and operational together. And us three just made it perfect. And we were able to bring this thing to life.
Okay, and I'd like to turn it over to Jack in doing your due diligence with the demographics and financing and stuff, and how to make this passion project work. What did you discover, and why is it going to work?
Well, I don't know if I discovered it from this one, but I know Luis has a lot of experience. We've talked about many projects. We're from coastline areas, so we have a lot of experience in building on the coast. That's where it starts. I mean, you have to understand, like you mentioned, the EPA. You have to appropriately choose the property that you're going to work off of, because that's why 50% of the projects fail right out the gate, because they don't do their due diligence on the land they're going to build on, or they don't even know how to do it in most cases. So they're having to sub it out or sell it out to get help with it. And we know how to get through those hurdles, and we did quickly. I think you just qualifying, doing due diligence. It's like another one is just doing land assessments, where we're going to buy, the areas, the demographics obviously start coming into play. You do them for the property itself. Land acquisition, like I said, we're in the real estate business, all three of us. So we know what a good land deal looks like. We know how to get them done quick, get them to the table quick, close them quick, affordably as we can. So we had a lot of tools, and it just wasn't one guy, but the three of us together are a pretty strong force. Over the years, just the experience of building construction and real estate, they all fit in together and make this thing work.
And if someone can walk us through what the experience will be like, once it's built, and a year from now when I come and visit, what should I expect?
An amazing wave.
Okay, is it?
Surfing our brains out.
Okay, is there margaritas, Jimmy Buffett, or more like Christian rock and kosher food, or what are we? What's the whole vibe part of it?
Yeah. Family friendly fun. I want a safe place for the kids. I think if you focus on the kids and the kids having fun, the energy just spreads throughout the business. In this case, it's a surf business. But if we just focus on that service, it's gonna mature and grow into something that we want our business to represent. And each one of us had a little different idea what that looked like. But when we put it together, now we have a plan. And that's not to say that there's not appropriate time and place for that stuff. And Luis can speak on that as well. Like, we're not, no one will be, it's an exclusive environment. We want everybody to come in and feel welcome, but we do have expectations of what we expect that to look like, because we want to serve families, and we want families to come in there and feel safe and happy place to be there. We're going to do a lot for kids that would never be able to afford surf. I grew up in an environment, I couldn't even afford, surfboards at some points in my young life. And we're going to bring them in, allow them, we're going to coach them, we're going to be there for them and make them feel loved and like they're with family for that time that they're there. And that's the real mission.
Yeah, 100%. It's a family place. It's when I approached these guys and I said, I want to build this to give back, where I came from, the poorest, the poverty of Brazil. And, just like Jack said, to be able to get all these kids that can afford, and we're doing free classes for them. And, they don't have to pay. They're just going to come here and enjoy good surfing and family, a safe place for family where, they don't have to worry about the most crazy songs, and a safe place, a safe family place. where you're gonna enjoy. And after all, to be honest, man, it's all about surfing. It's all about the surfing. Yes, we're gonna have food. You're gonna have beer. It's nothing against this. It's not like you say. It's not kosher food and a cross right in the middle. And if you don't say the holy name, you can't get in. No, no. We're there to be the light. We're there to show who we are. And if you want to follow, great. If you don't, our arms is wide open for anybody to come in. Anybody, man. And you're gonna have a blast because you're here to surf this amazing wave. Be part of this amazing movement. Be part of this amazing family. Right, guys? Am I on the right track here?
Amen. 100%. You got it.
Okay. And as this develops, you'll have to excuse my curiosity because we've spoken with a lot of developers and, throughout the surf park world, and they're like, oh yeah, we did our, strengths here. And then we did our financing, here. And it's come from very much the other side of the brain. And you guys are coming from the heart. And that's what's coming through. And so that from my position, that's very unique. That's very sincere, and it's refreshing to see. Have you found any like disconnect between your passion project and your heart and your ministry and the development or surf park world, or is it all just blended together easily?
Easily. We pray about it. God puts the right people in front of us, and yeah, it's been so easy. The story I told of all the failures, they weren't aligned with what's important. And the importance is not building a surf park to surf for the money, but for the right reasons. And when you do things for the right reason, they're blessed. And that's how we do it.
Okay, right on. Thank you for your honesty and openness and through all this. So what I'd still like to get before we log off. So we're west of Vero Beach.
Yes.
We've got this great location. It's got endless surf technology. I'm hanging out in the cabana. I decided to stay a few nights in the hotel and book. Can you name a model currently in operation that will most give me an idea so I can wrap my head around what the surf park will
Munich.
Munich with a hotel. Okay.
Munich with a hotel.
Okay. So,
just like that.
Okay.
Munich with a hotel.
O2 Surf Town in Munich, we visited. We have a few clips from that and some content up on our site about that. And it's a nice setup. Do you have are you using local architects? Are you using architects from within the surf park world, or how did you do that?
All people that I've been working for 12, 15 years in the development world. So it's all inside crews. All of us here, we all have, like I said, we all have been doing this real estate development forever. So all my engineers, and again, one more time, endless support is incredible. They are really on top of helping and guiding us to transform that into our local code. And that's what it matters. You got to make this thing fit with our local code, and amazing. I really can't say enough about them. And we're going to make this one more thing for all the Florida people here, super affordable. And you guys are going to have a blast over here, and it's going to be epic. Not just Florida, everybody in the world.
Okay, let's do that. Let's talk about pricing structures. Can we I know I'm going to try to pin you down to something I've said. Okay. Well, I tried. All right. Well, cool. I want to thank you guys for jumping on, taking time out of your day and sharing this amazing upcoming project with our viewers.
We'll show you a B-roll now of the site and what we've been doing. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah, that was the cue to this as it goes on. Okay, I got it.
Hey.